else did we see?
Don't breathe.
Don't breathe.
Don't breathe.
Don't breathe.
2016's movie, Don't Breathe. Directed by Fede Alvarez. Written by Fede Alvarez and Rodo Sayagues. Stars Stephen Lang, Jane Levy, and Dylan Minnette. Hour and 28 minutes. Link below to pick it up from Amazon. And of course, all the movies we do review, there's an affiliate link in the show notes. Click on that, pick it up from Amazon. We get a little percentage. Helps pay for the show.
And then continue to do all your shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We open on a man dragging a girl down the street by her hair. She appears to be dead. Credits roll. That's like 20 seconds in. 3 friends break into a house and start stealing stuff. When they're done, they set off the alarm and run away.
What?
This is the beginning, the intro to the characters.
Who got dragged down the street? What?
The girl.
Girl dragged... Did I blink? Maybe I was still making notes.
There's no talking. It's just him dragging her, and there's like sirens in the background.
Oh.
Later on, we see her dragging her down the street, too. We come back to that scene.
Well, we see him walking at the beginning.
He's dragging the girl behind him.
I thought he was carrying a luggage cart. Like
It was not a luggage cart.
No, one of them wheelie things with the groceries.
Oh, that's later. Yeah, when the teenagers see him in the beginning, yeah, he's carrying his groceries then.
Okay.
Very first pre-credit scene, he's dragging the girl down the road by her hair.
Okay.
In the neighborhood.
Okay. Huh. I must have still been booting up my computer and taking notes.
Time for a faster computer.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, Rocky and they set off the alarm and run away after they break into the house. Rocky and Money is the name of a character, are saving money to leave Detroit for California. Alex says he can't leave because his dad lives there, but he has a big crush on Rocky, a girl. Alex returns the keys to the victim's home to his father's desk. His father runs a security company, and Alex borrows the keys and alarm codes to rob the houses.
They can get into any house that has that alarm system.
That's a pretty good scam if you don't do it too often.
Yeah.
Money gets a tip about a house to rob that has over $300,000 hidden in it. Alex's father just coincidentally runs security on the house so he can get the key. Alex looks up the house on Google and gets the headline, Gulf War veteran reaches 6-figure settlement. Yes, the money sounds real. Let's do this, Alex then texts the other two. They scope out the house and find that the owner is an old blind guy with a pit bull for a dog, as he pulls the luggage rack with his groceries down the street.
Rottweiler.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah, those are Rottweiler.
One of them big dogs you don't want to
dog,
mess with.
big muscly dog, yeah.
The neighborhood is abandoned, so there are no neighbors anywhere around.
Within 4 blocks.
When they decide to come back after dark. And there's lots of scenes of burnt out, abandoned Detroit.
They really did film the exteriors in Detroit, in a Detroit neighborhood.
And it's pretty abandoned and, not the kind of place you'd want to live. Especially if you're blind.
He does, though.
He does.
Yeah.
There's a complication with the locks and the keys, and Rocky ends up having to crawl through the bathroom window and letting the others in. Money then sets off a homemade gas bomb in the old man's bedroom. He should be very asleep by now. They pull out the big tools to break into the locked basement. Alex leaves. He doesn't want to be involved when he sees Money has brought a gun. That changes everything up from robbery to a felony.
Yeah, plus it gives the homeowner the right to shoot back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They end up shooting the lock, and the old man comes out of the bedroom asking, "Who's there?" He's obviously not unconscious.
Right.
Didn't look like much of a gas bomb.
No, lame.
He put something in a bottle of water and pokes a hole
some
in
powder.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And shook it up and then punched a hole in it, and it started releasing vapor of some kind.
Yeah, I don't know how that would have been anything.
Don't know what that was. Yeah.
One of those magic movie drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the old man moves really fast and gets the gun away from Money, and Money quickly gets his head blown off very fast.
And the 3 of them weren't the brightest, but immediately right there at that point, when they shoot the lock, it's one of those ka-chunk slide locks. Whoops. And he's got it padlocked, but it's locking to keep somebody from getting out of the basement, not, the direction of it is to lock someone in the basement, not lock someone out of the basement, but it is locked with a padlock. All they would have had to do is unscrew the screws. and they're like prying it, and they go, oh, I can't do it, and prying it, and then ended up shooting it, and screwdriver.
They didn't bring a screwdriver.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah.
They brought the gun.
Yeah.
Rocky hides in the closet.
They had tools.
They had tools.
Yeah.
Rocky hides in the closet. Alex comes back inside and finds Money's body. The old man then padlocks the back door and boards up the bathroom window. He's very handy for a blind man.
And at this point, he only thinks that the blind guy thinks
he
probably
killed the
that
one
Money is alone.
Yeah.
He doesn't fully realize that Alex and Rocky.
Nobody said anything, and nobody
Yeah.
made any noise. He thinks he's alone.
They're not breathing. They don't breathe, and hence the
They do a lot more than breathing.
Well, yeah.
The old man checks his safe, which is hidden in the same closet where Rocky is hiding.
And
she sees him enter the code
combination.
2978.
Mm-hmm.
Alex and Rocky then open the safe and take the money when they get a chance, but they still can't get out of the house. They stand right next to the old man as he bags up Money's body and gets ready to dispose of it. They go down the stairs into the basement, and while they're down there, the old man finds their shoes, tiptoeing barefoot for silence.
Mm-hmm.
Now he knows they're there.
2 more people.
He checks the safe again and finds the money is gone. Now he's getting a little angry.
Now he's mad.
Meanwhile, in the basement, they find a girl chained up in a padded cell.
Yeah.
They weren't expecting that.
No, nobody was expecting that.
There's a newspaper article that says she's the one who killed the blind man's daughter. And we got no backstory on this. This just sort of came out of the blue. We didn't know he even had a daughter.
Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah, that was a settlement.
I thought the settlement was from going blind in Gulf War.
No, the settlement, the money was from his daughter getting killed in a rich family. Did a settlement with him.
All right. There's something I missed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They release her and head for the basement exit. They open the door, and the blind man is outside waiting for them. And he's just the blind man. We never know the guy's name.
With a gun.
He shoots Alex's ear off. He then shoots the prisoner girl, and she dies immediately, which gets the old man surprisingly upset.
Shooting blind. Yeah.
Only way he could.
Literally, yeah. He's still got Money's gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He seals up the door for good, and that's one more way they still can't get out. The old man decides to level the playing field, so he shuts off the power. No more lights.
Pitch black basement.
There's quite a bit of cat and mouse in the dark, and it's done in like low light photography for effect.
Shooting every time he heard
It's
a
not
noise.
black. You can see what's going on.
Oh yeah, they
But
go
you can
to a
tell they
gray.
can't.
It's actually that was kind of a neat lighting effect.
Yeah, it's
It was
not the
a gray
usual
light.
green. It's sort of a black and white, dim black and white.
Mm-hmm,
It was well done.
But here's a point of unrealism too. He's shooting repeatedly in the closed basement. He's blind, and he's like they'd all be deaf. And his hearing is still as super sensitive as ever.
If you wanted people to go deaf every time they shot a gun in an enclosed space, half the actors in TV would be deaf.
Yeah, they would. Yeah, they would. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's an unrealistic point in this. Yeah.
They finally find their way out of the basement, only to find that the old man has allowed the dog inside. The dog chases them upstairs, where they barricade themselves in a bedroom. Rocky crawls out through the heating duct, because, houses all have heating ducts big enough to crawl through.
And this one is huge, yeah.
If a giant industrial complex has a duct like that, I could maybe let it slide, but not houses.
No.
Houses don't.
Houses don't have ducts big enough for people to climb through.
Alex then falls up through a window out onto a skylight in the kitchen, and right back through the skylight into the kitchen.
Yeah, back into the house.
Neither of them make it out of the house. The old man catches up to Alex in the laundry room, and they battle rather graphically until the old man puts garden shears through Alex's chest.
Ow. Yeah.
The old man then catches Rocky, and he gets his money back. He knocks her out and sets her up as the new exhibit in his padded cell in the basement. Meanwhile, Alex gets up. Turns out the old man actually stabbed Money's corpse, not his. How much longer can he last? Because he's pretty well beat up. He's in pretty bad shape.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, in the basement, the old man finally speaks. It's like his first real line.
Yeah.
And explains what was going on with Cindy, the former prisoner in the basement. And it turns out things are about to get a lot more unpleasant for Rocky.
Yeah.
That's as far as I went.
No more spoilers? No more notes?
That's the last of my notes. Well, until the final bit.
Okay. I'm not going to spoil more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we know from the beginning he ends up dragging her down the street. Whether she's dead or not, you'll have to find out.
And I missed that.
You
I
saw
mean,
the
I
sec-
missed the. I missed
You
the
saw at least the
preview
second
at the,
part.
at the beginning of it. Yeah, I saw the second part. Yeah.
The exteriors of the house were indeed shot in Detroit, but all the interior stuff was shot in Hungary.
It's cheaper to work there, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it must be, but it's just got 4 actors, and the sets were nothing fancy.
And they could have done a.
Union rules or something? I don't know.
I don't
I'm
know.
not sure why
I don't
that
know
would be
what the
cheaper.
reasoning was. Yeah.
Well, I've been in old houses like this, and I can't believe that a blind man could live there and not hear the intruders moving around on the squeaky wooden floors.
Except for one point where there's a floor squeak. Other than that, there's no squeaks.
My own house is nowhere near that old and worn down, and I can't even walk to the bathroom silently in the middle of the night. Not even to
Floors
mention
creak.
all the talking that goes on between Alex and Rocky, and the blind man doesn't hear any of it.
Oh, but they whisper. They're whispering.
The name of the movie is Don't Breathe.
Yeah.
There's not really a scene where somebody has to hold their breath or anything like that. They're
There is
whispering.
There is
around
one
the guy.
point. There is
Well,
one
maybe
point where
once.
where he literally holds his breath. But
Yeah.
Other than that, yeah.
Also, they really couldn't get out the locked doors. How about a window? The windows weren't all blocked up.
They were barred. Bars on the windows.
Yeah, okay.
That one that she climbed in was the only one that wasn't barred.
right.
You know.
At one point, the blind man turns off all the power in the house, yet later we see lamps on and the washing machine gets turned on by mistake.
Yeah, at some point the power got turned back on. We don't actually see him do it, and there's no reason he would.
Yeah, but the power's back on. I think it's more of a continuity glitch.
Actually, no, that was later. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Really, though, if there's one old man you do not want to screw with, it's got to be Stephen Lang. The problem is these kids in this movie were too young to see Avatar. And no, you don't mess with him.
You don't mess with him.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So it was kind of, I didn't hate this movie. But
I was more
the-
entertained than I expected to be.
I was entertained, but the three are dumb, and you don't really root for them very much.
Well, how many
Rocky a
houses
little
could you
bit.
break into with this plan and not get caught when they figure out they all got the same security company, and the guy keeps his keys at home?
Yeah.
They're not
They would put
brilliant
it
people.
together,
They're not
yeah.
brilliant thieves to begin with. They're just
Yeah.
dumb teenagers trying to get some money together.
And then
Yes, they were trying to be teenagers.
at first you are sympathetic for the blind guy, but turns out he's a damaged
Yeah,
kind
he's
of
a
awful
psycho
he's
kidnapper person too.
kind of an
so
awful human being too. So
Yeah.
it's like, well, okay.
picking on that poor blind man, and
No,
yeah, it's
so
not that
much.
simple.
Yeah, it's more complicated than that. Yeah.